Right now, millions of people over 60 are doing exactly the right thing in the morning. The right drinks, the right breakfast. They are taking their kidney health seriously, and by noon, they are undoing every single benefit with one meal they never thought twice about. Here is what troubles me most as a physician. Your kidneys do not decline all at once. They decline gradually. One lunchtime blood sugar spike, one pro-inflammatory midday meal, one afternoon of accumulated toxins that your morning routine spent 3 hours clearing, repeated 500 times over months and years, and nobody warned them. Not their primary care doctor, not their specialist, nobody. My name is Dr. James. I am a physician, a real physician who has sat across from real patients, reviewed real lab results, and had the difficult conversation about what happens when kidney function declines and what can be done before it reaches that point. This channel exists for one reason: to give you the kind of clear, honest, science-backed health information that you deserve from an actual doctor. Today I'm going to give you the top 5 best lunch foods to flush kidney toxins and restore kidney function fast, specifically for men and women over 60, because your morning routine is only the first chapter of your kidney health day. Lunch is the second chapter, and right now, for most seniors over 60, that second chapter is actively undoing everything the first one accomplished. Stay with me until food number 4, because it is the most surprising kidney protection food on this entire list, and I can tell you from clinical experience that almost no senior has ever connected it to kidney health. I had a patient, I will call her Margaret. She came to see me at 67. Her nephrologist had told her that her eGFR, her estimated glomerular filtration rate, the primary clinical measure of how efficiently the kidneys filter blood, had dropped from 68 to 54 in a single year, a 14-point decline in 12 months. In kidney medicine, that rate of progression at that age is alarming. Margaret was not on dialysis. She was not classified as end stage, but she was frightened, and she was doing what she had been told. Morning lemon water, healthy breakfast. She had been watching videos, reading articles. When I reviewed her complete dietary picture, not just breakfast, not just dinners, the problem became immediately clear. Her lunches were erasing everything her mornings were building. A sandwich on white bread every day, canned soup, high in sodium, a glass of orange juice, which most seniors believe is healthy. Repeated every single afternoon. What nobody had ever told Margaret, what I'm going to explain to you right now, is that midday is not neutral territory for your kidneys. It is in fact the most clinically vulnerable window in a 24-hour cycle. And the lunch most American seniors eat is hitting the kidneys at precisely their most vulnerable moment. Margaret changed nothing except her lunch. No new medications, no supplements. Within 6 months, her eGFR had stabilized at 52. Her nephrologist, who had not been informed of the dietary changes, noted the deceleration at her next appointment and asked what she had done differently. I want to tell you exactly what she changed and why each of these 5 foods matters at this specific time of day. Before I give you the 5 foods, I need you to understand something that most health videos never explain, because it requires a little science, but it is the most important clinical context I can give you. Without it, you are just following a list. With it, you understand why each food was chosen for this specific time of day. Your body follows a circadian rhythm, a biological clock governing hormone levels, inflammatory responses, blood pressure, and organ function throughout each 24-hour cycle. For your kidneys, this daily rhythm has a specific and often overlooked consequence. Research on circadian biology has established that inflammatory markers, specifically C-reactive protein and interleukin-6, the compounds most directly associated with kidney tissue damage, reach their highest daily concentrations between noon and 3 in the afternoon. This predictable midday inflammatory peak is driven by the natural cortisol rhythm of the body. Cortisol peaks in the early morning and begins its natural decline by noon. As it drops, its anti-inflammatory protective effect weakens, and kidney tissue becomes measurably more vulnerable to inflammatory damage during precisely the hours following lunch. Simultaneously, and this is the second mechanism, the lunchtime meal triggers the highest post-meal blood sugar response of the entire day. Your kidneys have been filtering continuously for 6 to 7 hours since you woke. Their glomerular capillaries, the microscopic vessels that do the actual filtration work, have been under sustained pressure all morning. A high glycemic lunch strikes these capillaries at exactly the moment when they are already under the most accumulated daily stress. Here's what most people get completely wrong. They focus on avoiding bad lunches, reducing salt, reducing sugar. That is necessary, but it is insufficient. The lunches I'm about to give you go further. Each one was chosen because it actively counteracts the specific biological vulnerabilities that exist in the 2 to 3 hour window after midday. Let us begin. Lunch food number 1, wild-caught salmon. If I could write a prescription for a single lunch food for kidney health after 60, and there are days I genuinely wish I could do exactly that, it would be wild-caught salmon. And the reason is directly tied to the midday inflammatory peak I just described. Salmon is the most effective anti-inflammatory lunch food available specifically because of its omega-3 fatty acid content, EPA and DHA. These fatty acids directly inhibit the production of the prostaglandins and cytokines that surge during the midday inflammatory window. providing a targeted, anti-inflammatory counterattack at precisely the hours when your kidney tissue is most exposed. But here is what most physicians never discuss with their senior patients, and it troubles me that it gets overlooked so consistently. Healthy kidneys activate vitamin D. They convert it from its storage form circulating in your blood to its active hormonal form, the form your body can actually use for bone density, immune function, and tissue repair. When kidney function declines, as it does naturally after 60, with filtration capacity decreasing by as much as 10% per decade, this activation process becomes measurably less efficient. Wild-caught salmon delivers dietary vitamin D in a form that partially bypasses this declining activation pathway, providing the active form your aging kidneys are struggling to produce sufficiently on their own. Research published in the Journal of the American Society of Nephrology found that adequate omega-3 intake from fatty fish was independently associated with significantly slower kidney function decline in adults over 55, with those consuming fatty fish 2 or more times per week showing measurably better kidney filtration efficiency over a 5-year follow-up period. And salmon's astaxanthin, the carotenoid responsible for its distinctive pink color, is one of the most powerful antioxidants in nutritional science. It crosses directly into kidney tissue and neutralizes the free radicals generated during blood filtration, providing cellular protection to the nephrons during the very afternoon hours when they have been filtering continuously since morning without rest. Preparation: 3 to 4 ounces of wild-caught salmon baked at 375 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. Fresh lemon juice, garlic, fresh dill or parsley. No added salt, none. Season with herbs, never sodium. If cost is a concern, and I hear this from patients regularly, canned salmon packed in water, not oil, is clinically equivalent. This is a practical recommendation, not a luxury one. One critical distinction: wild-caught salmon contains significantly higher omega-3 concentrations than farmed salmon, which is higher in inflammatory omega-6 fats. Always verify the label. Lunch food number 2. Cucumber paired with kidney-appropriate leafy greens. I need you to stay with me here, because I know this sounds too simple to be clinically meaningful. A salad. But what this specific combination does when eaten at lunch, the mechanism behind it, is more sophisticated than the simplicity of the ingredients suggests. Cucumber is approximately 96% water by weight, the highest water content of any commonly eaten vegetable. But it is not only the hydration that matters. Cucumber contains a group of compounds called cucurbitacins and lignans that support kidney function through 3 distinct documented pathways. First, cucumber is a gentle, natural diuretic. The cucurbitacins it contains mildly increase urine flow, helping flush the waste products that have accumulated in the urinary system since your morning. This midday flush extends the detoxification your morning routine initiated and prevents waste products from concentrating in the urinary tract long enough to form the crystals that develop into kidney stones. Second, cucumber contains meaningful amounts of silica, a trace mineral that directly strengthens the structural integrity of kidney tubular cells, the cells lining the filtration channels inside each kidney that become increasingly fragile with age and are among the first structures to show functional decline after 60. Third, cucumber's vitamin K content supports calcium regulation, reducing the calcium deposits that form the primary component of the most common type of kidney stone. Now, the leafy greens you pair with cucumber matter significantly. And here is where I see a clinical error in most health content, including content written by well-intentioned people without medical training. Before you blame aging for your kidney issues, I need you to look at what you are putting in your salad bowl. Spinach and kale are frequently recommended for kidney health. I need to be direct. Both are exceptionally high in oxalate, a compound that, in the quantities many seniors consume, contributes directly to kidney stone formation. For anyone over 60 with kidney concerns, large quantities of spinach or kale at lunch are genuinely counterproductive. The kidney-appropriate leafy greens are arugula, romaine, butter lettuce, and watercress, all relatively low in potassium and oxalate, and all delivering something critical: chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, the green pigment in all leafy vegetables, binds to uremic toxins in the digestive tract before they are absorbed into the bloodstream. This means fewer toxins reaching your kidneys after lunch, reducing their afternoon filtration burden at exactly the point when they are working hardest. Your dressing matters equally. 2 tablespoons of extra virgin cold-pressed olive oil with fresh lemon juice and black pepper. The oleocanthal in quality extra virgin olive oil has anti-inflammatory properties that researchers have compared mechanistically to ibuprofen. Applied consistently at every lunch, those effects accumulate in kidney tissue over weeks. Never refined olive oil. The processing destroys most of the oleocanthal. The designation matters. Lunch food number 3, lentil soup. This one targets a specific kidney stress pathway that peaks in the early afternoon and that most seniors are completely unaware is happening to them at every single lunchtime. Here's what the science shows. The hours between noon and 3 in the afternoon are when post-lunch blood sugar spikes cause the most targeted damage to kidney blood vessels. After a morning of relative fasting, even following breakfast, the lunchtime glucose response tends to be the highest of the entire day. Repeated spikes during this specific window cause progressive stiffening and narrowing of the glomerular capillaries. Your glomeruli are the microscopic filtering units inside each kidney, so small that individual red blood cells barely pass through. When blood sugar elevates repeatedly after lunch, these capillaries stiffen, their diameter narrows, filtration efficiency falls. Over months and years of daily lunchtime glycemic assault, this structural damage compounds, and it progresses silently, without pain or obvious symptoms, until the numbers on your kidney function test begin to show it. Most typical senior lunches, white bread sandwiches, pasta dishes, rice-based meals, spike blood sugar dramatically, without anyone explaining what those repeated spikes are doing to the most structurally delicate tissues in the kidneys. Lentils have one of the lowest glycemic indices of any protein-containing food. When you eat lentil soup for lunch, the complex carbohydrates and fiber slow glucose absorption so substantially that the post-lunch blood sugar spike is reduced by up to 40% compared to a comparable animal protein meal. 40% less glycemic damage to your glomerular vessels with every lunchtime meal you replace. Lentils are also rich in galacto-oligosaccharides, a prebiotic fiber that feeds the beneficial gut bacteria producing short-chain fatty acids. These compounds reduce systemic inflammation through the afternoon hours by operating what researchers now call the gut-kidney axis, the direct connection between microbiome health and kidney function that is increasingly recognized as one of the most important mechanisms in kidney disease progression. A study published in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology found that plant protein from legumes, including lentils specifically, was associated with significantly better kidney function preservation over a 3-year follow-up in adults over 55 compared to equivalent animal protein intake. The researchers specifically identified legume consumption as one of the most kidney-protective dietary patterns in older adults. Lentils are also naturally low in sodium, phosphorus, and potassium, the 3 minerals that overtax kidneys after 60 struggle most to regulate efficiently. Preparation: red lentils cooked in low-sodium vegetable broth with garlic, turmeric, cumin, and fresh lemon juice. 25 minutes to prepare, 4 days refrigerated. Batch cook on Sunday. 1 hour of weekend preparation gives you kidney-protective lunches for the entire week without any daily cooking effort. The turmeric adds curcumin directly to the bowl. The garlic delivers allicin. The lemon adds citrate. 1 bowl of properly prepared lentil soup combines 4 of the most kidney-protective natural compounds available into a single, affordable lunch. Before food number 4, the most surprising food on today's list, the one I promised at the beginning. If this video is giving you medical information your doctor has never sat down and explained to you, please subscribe to this channel right now. I am a real licensed physician. I created this channel because your kidneys deserve real education from a doctor. And I have one question for you in the comments below. And I read every single one. What do you normally eat for lunch right now? Tell me. I want to know exactly what we are working with. Lunch food number 4, watermelon. I know what you are thinking. Watermelon is a summer snack, a backyard treat, something for children at picnics. Nobody thinks of watermelon as a kidney health food. Nobody connects it to midday kidney restoration. That is precisely why it is on this list. And the research behind what watermelon does specifically for kidney function during the midday hours is, frankly, extraordinary. The most frightening part is that this information has been sitting in peer-reviewed journals for years, and almost no one in the senior health space has explained it in plain language. Watermelon contains 2 specific compounds in concentrations found in virtually no other commonly eaten food. The first is citrulline. Citrulline is an amino acid found in meaningful concentrations almost exclusively in watermelon. Inside your body, citrulline converts to arginine, which stimulates the production of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a potent vasodilator. It relaxes and widens blood vessels throughout the body, including the afferent arterioles that supply each of your kidneys glomeruli. When these kidney arterioles dilate, blood flow to the kidneys increases, more oxygen, more nutrients, delivered to nephron tissue precisely during the midday period when kidney cells have been under continuous filtration pressure since morning and are most in need of replenishment. Improved kidney blood flow directly improves filtration efficiency. More toxins cleared per hour, lower waste accumulation in the blood through the afternoon. A study published in the journal Hypertension found that citrulline from watermelon significantly reduced aortic blood pressure and improved arterial function in postmenopausal women, a population with kidney health profiles very similar to seniors over 60 with early kidney stress. The researchers noted that the vasodilatory effects were measurable within hours of consumption. This is exactly why watermelon belongs at lunchtime, where you need immediate midday effect. The second critical compound is lycopene, the carotenoid that gives watermelon its red color. Lycopene is one of the most powerful antioxidants in nature, with antioxidant capacity significantly higher than beta-carotene or vitamin C. Lycopene specifically protects kidney tubular cells from the oxidative damage generated during blood filtration, cells that have been under continuous oxidative stress since your morning began. And one more clinical fact most seniors never hear: watermelon is exceptionally low in potassium. 1 cup contains only 170 milligrams, significantly less than bananas, oranges, or most other fruits seniors regularly eat. This means watermelon delivers powerful kidney protection without the potassium load that concerns me clinically when patients with declining kidney function are consuming high potassium fruits in quantity. Preparation: 2 cups of fresh watermelon as a side dish alongside your salmon or lentil soup. Or blend it with a squeeze of fresh lime and a few mint leaves. A 3-minute midday kidney flush drink that takes less effort than brewing tea. Lunch food number 5, kidney beans. The name is not a coincidence. Kidney beans earned their name partly because of their shape, but also because of their reputation across multiple traditional medicine systems as a food specifically beneficial for kidney function. Modern nutritional science has confirmed this traditional association is more than cultural lore. Kidney beans contain the highest concentration of anthocyanins of any commonly eaten legume, the same class of protective flavonoids found in blueberries and tart cherries that are extensively documented for kidney protection. In kidney beans, these anthocyanins come packaged with a fiber and protein profile that makes their kidney benefits more sustained than berry sources alone. The resistant starch in kidney beans ferments in the colon and produces butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid shown in research to significantly reduce the production of uremic toxins in the gut. Less uremic toxin production in the digestive system means fewer of these damaging compounds entering the bloodstream and reaching your kidneys through the afternoon hours. Kidney beans are also rich in molybdenum. This is a trace mineral that most physicians, including many general practitioners, never discuss with their patients. And that omission matters. Molybdenum is essential for the function of sulfite oxidase, an enzyme your kidneys use to process and detoxify sulfite compounds accumulating from protein metabolism. Molybdenum deficiency, which is common in seniors over 60 who do not regularly consume legumes, impairs this specific detoxification pathway. The sulfite compounds accumulate. Nobody told them this was happening. The magnesium in kidney beans is specifically relevant to kidney stone prevention. Magnesium inhibits calcium oxalate crystal formation in the urinary tract. One of the primary mechanisms of kidney stone development. Eating kidney beans at lunch delivers a midday dose of this prevention mineral at precisely the time when urine oxalate concentration is typically at its daily peak. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that regular consumption of kidney beans and other dark legumes was associated with significantly lower rates of kidney stone formation and better preservation of kidney filtration function over a 5-year follow-up in adults over 55. The researchers attributed these effects to the combined action of the bean's anthocyanins, fiber, magnesium, and resistant starch. One critical preparation note: if you use canned kidney beans, which is clinically acceptable, rinse them thoroughly under cold running water before eating. Canned beans carry significant sodium from the canning liquid, typically 300 to 400 milligrams per half cup serving. Rinsing removes approximately 40% of this sodium, substantially reducing the kidney burden while preserving every protective compound inside the beans themselves. This step matters. Do not skip it. Simple preparation: half a cup of rinsed kidney beans, sliced cucumber, cherry tomatoes, fresh parsley, extra virgin olive oil, and fresh lemon juice. 3 minutes. No cooking required. Pair with your lentil soup or alongside your salmon. It takes less time to prepare than driving to a restaurant. And it does more for your kidneys than any kidney supplement currently on the market. So here is where we are. 5 lunch foods, each chosen for a specific clinical reason. Not because they are generally healthy, but because they target the specific biological vulnerabilities that exist in the midday kidney health window. 1. Wild-caught salmon, delivering EPA and DHA omega-3 fatty acids that counteract the midday inflammatory peak when your kidney tissue is most exposed to damage, providing vitamin D to support the kidney activation process that declines with age, and astaxanthin to protect nephrons from the oxidative pressure of continuous morning filtration. 2. Cucumber and leafy green salad with extra virgin olive oil, providing a targeted midday kidney flush through cucurbitacins, silica to strengthen tubular cell integrity, chlorophyll that binds uremic toxins in the digestive tract before they reach your kidneys, and oleocanthal from the olive oil that reduces inflammation continuously through the afternoon hours. 3. Lentil soup, the most powerful blood sugar stabilizing lunch available, reducing the post-lunch glycemic spike by up to 40% and protecting your glomerular capillaries from the daily glycemic assault that most seniors are inflicting on their kidneys every lunchtime without knowing it. 4. Watermelon. delivering citrulline that converts to nitric oxide and increases blood flow to kidney tissue precisely during the midday peak filtration hours, and lycopene that protects kidney tubular cells from the accumulated oxidative damage of an entire morning of continuous blood filtration. 5. Kidney beans, living up to their name, delivering anthocyanins, resistant starch that reduces uremic toxin production in the gut, molybdenum for the kidney detoxification pathway most physicians never discuss, and magnesium that actively prevents kidney stone formation through the afternoon hours. Here is exactly what I want you to do starting this week. You do not need to eat all 5 foods at every lunch. Rotate them consistently. Monday, salmon over arugula with olive oil and lemon. Tuesday, lentil soup with kidney beans on the side. Wednesday, salmon salad with cucumber, cherry tomatoes, and watermelon as your finish. Thursday, kidney bean salad with lentil soup. Friday, whatever combination you most enjoyed this week. The key word is consistency. Your kidneys do not restore themselves from one excellent lunch. They restore gradually, day by day, as you consistently provide them the nutrients they need to filter efficiently and resist the damage that has been accumulating quietly since before you ever felt a symptom. Margaret's EGFR did not fully reverse. In kidney medicine, reversal is rarely the realistic outcome once function has declined, but it stabilized. And in nephrology, in real clinical practice, stabilization is a profound outcome. It means the progression stopped. It means the kidneys held. That happened because of lunch. 5 foods, chosen with intention at the right time of day, for specific clinical reasons. Your kidneys filter your entire blood supply more than 30 times every single day, every hour, every minute, from the moment you wake to the moment you sleep. They have been doing this for your entire life, without asking anything of you. The least you can give them is a lunch that gives back. I am Dr. James. Your kidneys have been working for you every second of every day for your entire life. Start this week and give them a midday that works back. I will see you in the next video.